Jesus, Son of God, you came to a world that needed your name. You gave your life so that I could live again. Your blood washed away all of my sin, renewed my life from within. In you I win. I'm thankful you did it just for me. Thank you, Jesus, you did set me free, my Lord and Savior. 'Cause by now I see forever I'm changed. Yes, I believe. Yes, I believe you did it all just for me. Endured all the pain, I live to serve you. What a sacrifice you made. Death could not hold you. You rose with all power. The kingdom and glory are yours always. You reign in victory. Satan's already defeated, and it's all because of the price you paid. Jesus on Calvary. What a sacrifice. He gave his life that I may live. What a precious gift to give. Thankful for your love. All the blood Jesus shed on Calvary. I'll never forget the sacrifice. Jesus took my sin and my shame, all my hurt and pain, and he nailed them to the cross. All the blood Jesus shed on Calvary. What a sacrifice. The debt I owe I can never repay. So for his death I give my life in exchange. Oh, the blood Jesus shed on Calvary. Crucified on the cross, he died, but he rose again. Oh, the blood Jesus shed on Calvary. What a sacrifice. Oh, what a sacrifice he made just for me. So that I could live again. Redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. Redeemed my life from sin. Oh, the blood of Jesus.
I tell you, welcome to Culture for Christ. This is the one and only Lady Drina, and we got my friend, my brother. He is on with me, Marcus Sconiers. How you doing, sir?
Yo, I'm doing good, Lady Drina. How are you this morning? Well, this afternoon.
This afternoon. Yeah, you've been working too hard. You ain't woke up yet.
I'm still in the days.
Still in the days from all the work that you do. Well, listen, let's talk about this song that opened us up today. It was sobering, soothing, and absolutely amazing. Love this song. Tell us a little bit about it.
That was actually my cousin Marquita Sconiers out of the the Chi. She's from Chicago, from the Chi. And I just thought that at this point where we are in our nation and in our surrounding area in Central Florida, that it is a song that needs to be heard again and again and again. We cannot just parlay this song just for Easter. It is a song that definitely brings back a sense of why we are here. We would not be here had it not been for the blood of Jesus and the sacrifice that he made. Because of him, we are able to sit where we are. Listen, with everything that's happening in the world right now, we cannot forget that Jesus paid it all. He made the sacrifice. And I think that so many people are turning around and walking away from that, and they are heaping up unto themselves things to satisfy their own lust and desires. And so because of that, hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, you can't forget Jesus paid it all. He really did. And he's not fake. He's for real.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
don't
Absolutely.
care what the people say. That's a white Jesus. He ain't white to me. I ain't never seen him before. So
Well, I haven't seen him. I've just saw the description of him in the Bible, and having some issues, y'all. Bear with me, but I saw this descriptions of him in the Bible, and it don't appear to be what they're
no,
advertising to
he
us.
might not look like me, but he sure don't look like them either. He
Yeah,
ain't blonde hair with no
them
blue
either. So it doesn't appear to be.
And trust me, I went over there, and nobody over there looks like
what
what?
what what we have been seeing,
No,
blonde hair, blue eyes, So
no. Nobody over there looks like that. Not originally from
not
there.
originally, right,
There might be
right.
some people over there that live there that
That favor
migrated there.
now, right? Yeah.
Mm, mm, mm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, listen, let's chit chat. We had a great discussion on yesterday, and so we're gonna continue some of that on now. So let's talk. Let's talk. What we getting into today, Marcus?
We got to touch back on Bishop Whitehead, and we also want to, talk. We want to bring up some things because we need to talk about this because so many people are dragging this man, and
Yeah.
so many accusations are coming up. And my eternal and most profound belief is that as saints of God, the Bible says that ye who are holy restore one another in love. If
In
you're
love.
not doing it, if you're not restoring in love, then you're not holy. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Don't get
that's
mad
real
at me.
now. That's
As
real.
a matter of fact,
In
I
love.
ain't sorry. I ain't sorry. That
Yeah,
Bible is a sword. It said it cut you coming and going.
it
So that
does.
goes for me too. I'm
Yeah.
not sorry to say that we have to pray for Bishop Whitehead because he's under attack. Seriously.
Yeah, I think that the attack that's happening to him is so abrupt. It's a lot, and I think because of his background, he does have some negative background
As
and
we
some
all
things that he has done that they are bringing to the forefront, like he's absolutely doing those things now. And
yeah,
I
and
think
that's bad.
that's what's really unfair because he has been an upstanding citizen for some time now, and he's been giving back to his community and trying to be a different person. Although, yes, he is a little flashy in that area. Yes, he does, but
A little flashy. Yeah.
that's a lot flashy, a lot. But that's what he chooses to do, that's his choice, and we don't know how he gained any of that wealth or what took place. I know there's some allegations out even with that, but
I
and
understand that he has that he's a realtor, and he's a realtor. He's a real estate investment. He's a real estate investor, and he has also purchased an entire block. That's from my understanding that he owns a whole block
that
in.
is understood, but there has been 3 lawsuits that
Mhm.
came against him, um, involving large amounts of money that he has taken from parishioners. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Allegedly.
Allegedly that they say. But let me say this to that point. More money, more problems.
Absolutely.
When you are a person and when people see you, I'm gonna tell you something, even if you don't have something, because you look like you have something, people start counting the change that they think you have in your pocket just because you have on something that looks decent or better. How do I look? Listen, they talk about he wears Balenciaga and Louis Vuitton and all this kind of stuff. I don't care. You know, I'm not a label person. I hear this stuff about Balenciaga, and I've never worn a pair of Balenciagas. I don't, or clothing, nothing Balenciaga. I don't want it. That's
I'm a
not what I chase
semi-label
after.
person. I'm a semi-label person. It just kind of depends. I'm a semi-label person. I do wear a lot of Chanel and a lot of different brands. So
If I'm not in church,
semi.
you're gonna find me in a t-shirt, jeans, and a baseball cap with some sneakers or some kicks on. I am plain as they come. I love my I love my street gear. I love my jeans. I love my t-shirts. When you go in my closet, that's all you're gonna see is jeans, t-shirts, and sneakers.
Yeah,
Jeans,
so
t-shirts, and
my
sneakers,
thing
and
is
hats.
shoes. My thing is shoes and my dresses. However, I don't really spend a lot on my actual dresses. I think everything else I do for the dresses, I spend more money on. Like my shoes are pretty expensive. I do love name brand shoes. I'm gonna just say that.
Well, I like shoes. I like nice shoes. My homeboy, Pastor Dwight Follins, he is a shoe king.
Yes,
And
he
that brother
is.
got
Yes,
shoes
he
for
is.
days.
Yes, he
I,
is.
the shoes, he wear the all kinds of pointed toed, Italian cut leather, ostrich, lizard,
Mhm,
alligator, whatever.
mhm,
He
mhm.
loves it, and if I've been to his house before. That brother got
For days, okay? He probably need a whole closet for his shoes.
a room, not even
Literally, a whole
a,
closet room.
a room full of
Yeah,
shoes. But
yeah.
you know what? I say that if you can, you can afford it. You buy what you like. People purchase what they like.
Exactly.
I
You
like
spend money
watch.
on what you like. Yeah.
I love watches, and I love particular brands of watches. I like Diesel, which is my favorite, and I'll buy me a Diesel watch. And my aunt knows that I like Diesel. She bought me a Diesel watch for Christmas. I love
Mhm.
Diesel watches. I might wear a chain, but I'm gonna tell you this: it's gonna be stainless steel. I wear a stainless steel chain and stainless steel bracelets. I don't go out and buy, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to be
Yeah.
more
So
uh
I do a
suit.
lot of the paparazzi jewelries, which are nickel free and very reasonable. I also do a lot of the high end type of large necklaces with the jewels and stuff like that. But a lot of my jewelry that I would wear with my church dresses or my concert dresses, they're costume. Other than my watches, now I am a stickler about my watches. I am a Michael Kors fan. Period.
I do wear
Okay,
Mike Kors
I
watches
am a
too.
Michael Kors fan. Every watch I got is Michael Kors or Juicy Couture or something like that. I don't slack on the watches now.
I'm just gonna,
I'm picky. I like my diamonds to shine for real. I'm just gonna say,
I will drop some money on a diesel. I
yeah,
will drop
yeah,
some money on a
yeah.
diesel watch. So, but here's my with Bishop Whitehead. I want to, Bishop Whitehead has a lot of people that are really going in on him.
He does.
Really, really,
It's
really going in.
unfortunate. It's very
Unfortunately,
unfortunate.
there is a blogger or vlogger or gossiper, whatever you want to call him. He is like actually hammering at Bishop Whitehead.
It's
Bishop
like
Whitehead,
picking at a scab. Like, you have a sword that turns into a scab. He's literally picking it, and to make it bleed again to
and
this man.
and there was an apology from what I understand. Bishop Whitehead apologized for his actions.
He did.
He
And that
did.
was broken apart like, you don't need to apologize. It was
What it is that I'm glad that uh, man didn't make me, because we see just exactly how eternally vicious humans are to one another when
Yeah.
someone errs.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not talking about people who go out and do things intentionally
Right.
and they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
But a person that makes this mistake or error and they're in a rebellious state is different from a person who is out there just doing stuff just to be doing it. And what's happening, unfortunately, with Bishop Whitehead is the that he's in a conflict with the person who is actually sicking the dogs on him. It's like somebody say something about Beyonce and all the people in Beyonce camp, they call them the Bayhive or the Beehive.
Prime example, our past president, he would incite things that caused other people to react. So,
And
I mean,
look
prime
how
example.
the tables are turning. This is what people have got to understand.
Yes.
Nothing stays the same.
Nothing
Today
stays
you are
the
hot,
same.
tomorrow you're not.
You're not.
People are
Yep.
finicky. People are
They're
finicky and
fickle.
they are
Mhm.
fickle.
Yep.
They
They're
like
fickle.
your music today, they hate it tomorrow because the
Yep.
next hot thing
They like
coming
your
on their scene.
content today and then they'll dislike it
That's
tomorrow.
right.
Absolutely.
So what's happening is
We all
it's a
have
lot.
seasons.
We in seasons. Everything is in seasons. Everything
Yeah.
is in season. You have to be, and that's why. You know what? All right, I'm gonna say this. We have all done things. We have all hurt somebody, right?
Right.
We've all hurt people,
Even if it wasn't intentionally, we
even if
have.
it wasn't intentional.
Yep. Yeah.
Even if it wasn't intentional. There have been times that I did hurt somebody intentionally, but that was
Me
because
too.
we
I
were addicts.
had a whole nother side of me that was revengeful. So
We
I
were
get
at
it.
it.
Yeah.
We were at it. We were
Yeah.
at it. So I wanted to make sure that you got just you. If they said I said it, I said it, and I want
And
you to
I
come
meant
find
how
me.
I said it. Yeah.
I meant exactly.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
find me. I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I
Been
did.
there. Been
Okay?
there.
But what I had to learn in that is that things change, people change, times change, seasons change.
Yes.
Nothing stays the same.
Nothing.
So once you come around that corner and you see that change, then it's like, okay, it ain't what it used to be. And I think that's one of the things that he's actually facing right now. Trump, that is that it's not what it used to be because and then again, you know what? The tides could turn again. Tides could turn
It
again
can.
because
It
people are
just
so fickle.
yes.
People are so
Yes.
fickle. That's why the scripture says,
Because
and
we
he shall be like a tree
planted
planted
by
by
the
the
river
water.
of water.
You gotta be firm in your belief.
My
Don't be
God.
unwavering. That's what's wrong with people.
And this is the season. Since you went there, I have to say this. This is the season to ground yourself and root
Gotta be.
yourself in the word of God.
Be.
Start paying attention to the different current events that are taking place, whether it's in this country or another country or other areas in the nations. Start paying attention to things that are being revealed because things are being revealed. I'll say that.
So all right. So I have to, based on that, there are some things I think that we are heavily involved in our own activities.
Heavily.
So self-absorbed that we cannot even really see how self-absorbed we really are.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have anything against Bishop Whitehead wearing his jewelry because I think it's
Me either.
I don't think that it was a setup. I mean, I don't think that it was staged.
Okay, I will say in the beginning, when I
You
first
thought it
looked
was?
at it, I did think it was. And it was maybe because of the perception that I had received, and then knowing his background, and then knowing other things, and da 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 da, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. And I watched a lot of different videos and a lot of different things. I'm like, nah, the way he fell down, that looked kind of staged.
He didn't fall.
I know he didn't fall. He laid down, but I'm just saying, this is how let me just explain to you what my brain was saying to me. Okay, this is what my brain was saying to me at the moment.
Listening to you.
All right. So I'm like, oh, he just fell down like that. Okay.
Man,
But he did just lay down.
he laid down.
What I'm saying.
Man said,
He was like, oh. And then he did like this, he put his little motions hands for everybody else to lay down too. I was like, that was real. That was a little suspicious. So honestly, until I started really looking at how things were playing out. Then I said, okay, maybe there's a little more to this. But in the beginning, I ain't gonna tell you no story now. I just
Well,
believe it was
Bishop Whitehead is not no street dude. He's not. He's not a street dude. He hasn't been in the military. He hasn't hung around any real hardcore drug dealer, no thug dudes, no ninjas. He hasn't done that.
right.
So somebody coming in wide open like that, and we don't with them, they don't even care. They don't even point the gun right anyway. You got to curve to the side.
Yeah.
But they're rushing
From
in.
my understanding, don't they have a few of those suspects now, or have information about them?
I think they have information. They may not have the suspects, but I do think that they have information, which is good.
It's very good.
But
corroborates his story now.
Well, you know what? When I looked at it, and I saw that the way that he moved, to me, I saw fear. I didn't see a person in a stage act. I saw fear, because when somebody comes to you now, I've had guns pulled on me. I've had guns put in my face before, but I was in my 20s.
Right.
And my fear level was a whole lot different than when it was when I was in my 40s.
Right.
Because at 20-something years old, you throw a gun in my face, I'm pushing my face into the gun and telling you to pull the trigger, because that's where being
you were scared back then. Yeah,
I wasn't scared, and I was coming out of the military, and and I felt like coming out of war. I was there.
Yeah, you was ready for anything.
Man, I done had all kinds. I've been in the place where they were blowing up bombs and everything going on. You putting the gun in my face, that don't phase me.
It don't phase you. Yeah.
But at 40-something,
right. Time change.
You got kids. You got a wife.
Yes.
You got these people in this church.
Yes.
What fool would stage that in front of all those people? Now, if he did it as a stage, he is a fool. But I honestly, earnestly don't think that he did that. I just don't. I don't think that he put it. That to me was not a stage.
Right. Put people in that kind of jeopardy for a stage, which I agree now.
Yeah, it's well, you know what? Before we go on to the next, we got to talk about this. It's a special song that I want the folks to hear. This is all about the women today, y'all.
Yes, it is.
It's gonna be about the ladies.
She's one of my favorites, so let's do it.
Hey, this is another one of your favorites right here, right?
That's what I'm saying. She's one of my
started
favorites.
off right. Well, she just dropped the new one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kefia Rollison, and the name of this song is called Joy. Turn it up.
I get joy when I think about what he's done for me. I get happy when I think about how he set me free. And I just wake up with this joy of mine and let him start my day. No, this world ain't give it to me, so you can't take it away. You can't take it away. No. You can't take it away. I get joy when I think about what he's done for me. I get happy when I think about how he set me free. I just wake up with this joy of mine and let him start my day. No, this world ain't give it to me, so you can't take it away. You can't take it away. No. You can't take it away. I get joy. I get joy when I think about what he's done for me. I get happy when I think about how he set me free. I just and happiness. I found my peace. No matter what it looks like, I got love and the power to freedom. No matter what it looks like, all this joy I had, the world didn't give it to me. All this joy I have, it's all mine. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. All this joy I have, it's all mine. Oh, this joy I have, the world didn't give me. This joy that I have, the world can't take it. Ooh, this joy, the world didn't give it. The world didn't give it. Oh, it's all mine. It's all that I have. The world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have. It's all mine. It's all. Ooh, the world can't take it away. No, it's all the world away.
Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Fire. That
Absolutely.
beat chopping, right?
Yeah, man. That's chopping. I'm adding that like now. So I love that song. She is. I just love her voice. I listen.
Texture. I love the texture of her voice.
Yes, I love it. I love it. It's just something about it for me. And yeah, she's becoming like one of my absolute favorites right now.
You hear that, Kepia?
Yep.
Yeah, Kepia. We need to get Kepia to Florida so she could show us.
Absolutely.
Got that whole Philly style going on.
Absolutely. I love it. It's so different. It's not like, yeah, and that's I think that's what really draws me to certain artists is their creativity of a thing. You know, how they can be creative within their space and their voices, and they don't sound like the last artist that came out. The last song that came out is uniquely theirs. So I love that. So continue to be authentic. And that's for any artist that's listening. Be authentically you. I mean, I know we get inspiration from other artists and other people and different genres and this and that, but find that inspiration that encourage you to be you, not to be what you've heard.
That's correct. That is correct. Hey, Cherie, how you doing? Welcome to Culture for Christ. Hey, you know what? Robert Bush put in a comment there. Robert said, I was a little suspicious also, only because the guy, he was like, only because the guy that was sitting behind him was just sitting there looking. Well, I'm going to ask you this, Robert. If you saw 5 guys running into a building and the only way out is that front door, what you going to do? You going to run towards the guys with the gun? Or are you going to try to be like the animals when they try to make themselves invisible when they're trying to hide from the lion?
I get what you're saying, but hey, I think because I kind of grew up in areas where I kind of seen stuff, you know, it just didn't look like a robbery I've seen in my life. I don't know another way to say it because I've seen certain things.
Why would you expect a robbery in church? Why would you expect? Nobody expects something.
Nobody expects it, but the era that we live in right now, we never expected shootings to happen in churches either.
But nobody still does. People
and
still
nobody
does.
Right, but you get what I'm saying. So it's not to be expected, but you know when we look at it and we think about it,
we're thinking about it because we're on the outside looking in.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
If you're sitting in that situation, you'll have a totally different outlook.
Totally different. Absolutely, I agree.
And if you've been in a situation where people have tried, I remember my cousin used to work at a 7-Eleven, and I used to get on to him all the time. Like we were young too, but I guess when you're young, you have to, you have to make money and make ways. And he was in college full time and working at a 7-Eleven, and he was like, they come in here and rob every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Even his classmates.
His classmates.
Yeah, classmates would come in and rob. Stick 'em up boys would come in the 7-Eleven and rob.
Listen, our other listener said very suspect. I'm just saying.
Y'all all suspect until it happened to you. You all have a different story when it.
Well,
really
all I'm saying is it looked away. It looked away. It looked away. That's all. I'm just being real with myself. Okay. The realness of myself said, That's what my realness said to me. Listen, guys, we got to take a short identification break. You'll know what that means. We'll be right back. It's Culture for Christ.
See you in a bit.
Now that it's over, there's no more use for guns and war. Cost me a lifetime just to gain this life's reward. They say streets of gold. Can you imagine somewhere where life will never end? No one ever grows old. Oh, my brother, please come with me. It's what I live for. A place where love will never cease. Willing to die for. Heaven is where I want to be. It's what I live for. A place where love will never cease. Willing to die for. Heaven is where I want to be. There are instructions that we must follow to a T in order to reach there. And there is where I've got to be. They say streets of gold. Can you imagine? Can you imagine somewhere where life will never end? Never grows old. No. Oh, my brother,
Popular. That's right, Central Florida. It's a day of unity and information, 250 backpacks, haircuts, self-help programs, and more. And guess what? Dinner's on us. Brought to you by Big Glenn's Barbecue, Willie Bell Catering Service, and Seafood Station in Apopka. Registration is a must. Register at AmericanConsumerSurvey.com/senior youth. That's AmericanConsumerSurvey.com/senior youth. Celebrating our seniors and empowering our youth, a day of unity and information can also be a job fair at the Really Being Community Center. Registration is a must. You can register at AmericanConsumerSurvey.com/senior youth. That's AmericanConsumerSurvey.com/senior youth.
What I admire about Judge Andrew Bain is the work ethic that he brings to the bench and to what he does.
He's fair, right? That's to his core.
He's a firm believer in the law and our justice system.
Artist of the hit song Gutter the Glory, and you're hyped out with Lady Drina and Marcus on WOKB, the Live Drive Culture for Christ broadcast.
All right, guys, we are back. Culture for Christ, Culture for Christ. We are back. This song is so nice. Kathia, I love you, girl. I love you. I just want you to know you got me, okay? I love this song. Marcus, come on. That's a good song, man. That's good.
Yeah, Kefir, we thank you for that one. That's good. That's a good one. I get joy when I think.
You hear. That ain't nice. That ain't nice. All right, let me calm it down. All right. All right.
There was a question that was posed for a comment earlier, right when we were going off, right?
Yes.
And it says, and we talked about this too. The question, the comment is like, if you walking around with that much money on, right, and driving what he's driving, because he does have a bit to church, he should have had security.
That's good.
Now, Bishop Jacob Coyne used to drive a bit to church. Bishop Jacob Coyne lived in Miami, Florida. He didn't have security, but we live in different times. But they say this: he was also from Miami, which is essentially
another
just as equally
as New York.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
yeah, it's equally.
Very much. So I do agree, though, given the time, because you can make yourself a target.
And because he has had some recent media coverage, which some people don't know, he was recently covered by the news in that area as the bling bling preacher, and they made fun of him in a sense because he was helping. He had helped, I believe it was catch a criminal or something that happened in the city, and he ended up being a voice for it, and he was very flashy when he went in, and so they called him the bling bling preacher. So if you listen to his original talk when he was talking about it, he felt like he was being targeted because of how the media how the media broadcasted him. He feels like that's what caused him to have that issue.
That could very well be because, and this goes back to another thing. What people see on television and on these video clips and hear in these sound bites becomes their perception. Without knowing you, people form an opinion just by the way in their mind you are, whatever it is that they have developed in their mind, how they see you, how they visualize you, how they hear your voice, how they see photos of you. They don't know you on a personal level, but by seeing videos and hearing your voice and watching your Facebook or your different social medias, they already have you living in their heads, and you don't even know these people.
Yep.
So, that's another thing that he's contending with. I've had people ask me different things based on photographs that they've seen of me on my social media page. I'm like, that's just a picture.
Right.
It don't mean anything. It's
Anything,
a
right?
picture.
Just the picture.
So
Yeah.
please don't let my picture create this fantasy that you're living within your head and you don't know nothing about me. Don't do me like that.
Right. Just ask questions like I do. 'Cause I would ask a bunch of questions.
Yeah. I'm living all in their head, and
Yeah,
they
just
don't even
ask.
know me.
Just ask. Yeah, don't make
Not
up
that
no
it's
beliefs.
yeah. I mean, not that I'm a bad person because I'm absolutely 100% not.
You are right. You are right. No, I'm sorry. Just like-
I don't want to be living in nobody's head. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And you
right.
can't stop that. The
Yeah.
truth of the matter is that you can't.
No, you can't.
What
You
we
can't.
do have to do is look at things objectively and not be so closed-minded and form an opinion without knowing the full details. I think it's very dangerous to do that. For this brother, me personally, I would not wear that much jewelry. I wouldn't allow my wife to wear that kind of stuff if I were married. We coming out together. You got all this stuff on. People look at that. People already looking at you in the first place. And then you come out shining and then somebody put the blink pastor, not the bling, but the blink.
Blink. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Unfortunately for him, this is what he have to live in. But you know what? We also have to touch on this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do this. So I'm gonna touch on. I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna come. We're gonna play one more song. We'll come right back because this is Ladies' Day. This is Ladies' Day. But I want you all to hear this because y'all gotta hear this. All right. So this actually took place, and this is about Bishop T.D. Jakes, and this actually did not happen. Like people make it seem like it happened last week or the week.
No, this was a while ago.
It was a while ago. But
yeah, it was a while ago.
And this is not the first time that he's made mention of this. This is not
It's
the first
not.
time.
But the climate and the time that we're in right now, everybody is sensitive and we're wearing everything on our shoulders.
Everything.
So
And
everything
stuff
is on our
recycled.
shoulders.
And
Yeah.
things recycled. I told y'all once it's out there in cyberspace, it's out there
It
forever.
can be recycled forever.
You can't take it back. You
Yes.
can't take it back.
Can't take it
So
back.
it says, Bishop was actually talking about something, and this message was delivered during the Father's Day sermon at the church. It was talking. He was on a sermon series called "The State of Families and Contemporary Women." So he says in his speaking, what he said was people took offense to this, and what he said was today's women aren't applauded for embracing their femininity, as society's culture now idealizes women being too independent. So this breaks all the sociological order of the culture that we are living in now, because we are raising up women to be men. That's what Bishop T.D. Jakes said.
That's what he said now.
What he said. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are, he was talking to the women in the congregation, but he was telling them you are not applauded for your femininity, because so many people dissected this and then rehashed it out the wrong way. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, and possessive you are. And you're climbing the corporate. Some of you, not all of it. So these are two sets of different women that I hear him talking to.
Right. It's not just one type.
Not just one, it's a couple.
Yeah.
Because you got the ones that are climbing the corporate ladder, And then you got the ones that are rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, and possessive. And we can see all of this take place on social media and television. But
Absolutely.
we are losing our families. So you
Yes.
can buy your own car, we get that. You can buy your own house, we get that. And I definitely applaud you for being able to do that. But until you create a need that a man can pour into, there is no place for them in your life. So stop
And that's
coming home bragging to us about how much you don't need us
come
and
on.
wondering why we shy away from you and go to the other woman who shows you who does have a need, who has created a need, and they're offering their services.
Hold on. Did he say services? Did he say services or did you just put that in there? I just want to know.
Bitch, you didn't say that.
You said services. Okay. Keep going.
I added that in there.
Okay, I'm gonna say
added that
I
in there.
know he did not say that.
But he was coming from a male
But I
perspective.
get what he's saying. I
Coming
get
from a male perspective.
mm-hmm,
So Gina, what is your what let's play this song and let's come back. This is Mal V. Ladies and gentlemen, I love Mal V. She's out of Ohio. Sometimes y'all, if you're watching us interactive, you hear this during the break. But if you're on the radio, you don't get a chance to hear this. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Mal V with Heaven.
Now that it's over, there's no more use for guns and war. Cost me a lifetime just to gain this life's reward. They say streets of gold. Can you imagine somewhere where life will never end? No one ever grows old. Oh, my brother, please come with me. It's what I live for. A place where love will never cease. Willing to die for. Heaven is where I want to be. It's what I live for. A place where love will never cease. Willing to die for. Heaven is where I want to be. There are instructions that we must follow to a T in order to reach there. And there is where I've got to be. Say streets of gold. Can you imagine? Can you imagine somewhere where life will never end? Life grows old. No. Oh, my brother, please come with me. It's what I live for. A place where love will never cease. Willing to die for. Heaven is where I want to be. It's what I live for. A place where love will never cease. Willing to die for. Heaven is where I want to be.
I tell you, heaven is truly where I want to be. No doubt about it. Heaven is where I want to be. Love, love, love that song, man. Totally, totally love that song. All right, brother Marcus, we on a good conversation. We got about 9 minutes left. We're going to have to hone this in. So how are we going to hone this in? What are your views on this? All right, I think we're having some technical issues here because I can't hear you,
I
brother.
apologize.
All right.
My views are that I think it was taken way out of perspective.
Yeah.
I think he was touching on a point that a lot of us are missing because today's society does make it where the only thing that we think about is me, our own satisfaction, what we can get and what we can get out of it. If somebody asks you to do something, the first thing you say is, "Well, what am I getting out of it?" Like,
Right.
do I have to give you something every time I ask you to do something for me? And people ask me to do things. I do not ask them, "Well, what am I getting out of it?"
Right.
If I can do it, I do it. If I
Right.
can't, I
Right. Right.
don't.
Right.
I'll try my
Right.
best to be there, but I might not be able to make it. Or I
Right.
might not be able to do this, I might not be able to do that. But I'm not going to ask somebody, "Well, what am I getting out of it? Or what you going to give me?" But I
Right.
think that the point that he was driving is that um, we have, as a society, we are making women aggressive, and we do show aggressive women on television and social media. You can always find somebody fighting. You can
Yeah,
always
I
find
mean,
someone.
especially with the all the reality shows that we have right now. There's a lot of negative reality shows from the Kingdom reality shows that they're doing and made up shows like the Green Leafs and all those different shows that is, that's
Wait,
being
wait, 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 now.
that's being made up at this time. You seeing so much negativity and
Well,
things that would really be negative in families and with women. A lot of the women roles lately are they up there. They're up there. The roles are up there, y'all. You know what I'm
it
talking about.
is.
Don't
I
act
think it could be. I think that there could be a positive message. Some years ago, right here in the city of Orlando, I was cast as the lead role in this television show called Flesh and Greed, and there were a lot of local actors and actresses, and some people that even lived as far away as Georgia that were in this television show. And in the show, as we were filming it, I was married to a white lady. We had 2 kids, but I was having an affair with the church secretary. I was a junior. I was not the pastor. I was one of the pastors in the church, and there was another brother that was also a pastor. We were cast as best friends, and the pastor of the church was trying to make a decision as to who he was going to put as the lead pastor of the church. So it was going to go between myself and this other guy, this other young brother. He was an actor with me. And a lot of the scenes were really like very strong, and it told
strong
stories.
scene.
It was
Hmm.
strong things. It was, and unfortunately, it never aired. It never got to air. But a few years after that, I was sitting down one day and I saw this commercial run for this television show that came on the Oprah Winfrey's network on Home. It was called Green, and it was very, very similar to the
Yeah.
pilots that we were shooting for the
Well, I
show.
must say that in order to come up with some of these things that they're coming up with, it's a little truth in it. Let me
There was
just
a
be
lot of truth in
yeah.
it.
Okay. I was trying to be nice about it. Thank you. They like even with the new Kingdom show that's on BET right now that they're doing with Yolanda Adams and all of Larry Reed and all of the rest of them that are part of that show. It's to me, it's exposing the truth about the gospel industry or things that they want you to believe that is not true but really is true. It's exposing things, period.
What it is exposing about the gospel industry is the underbelly.
Yes,
So it's not the real. It's like the, because we have to understand
it's exposing the negative side.
it's the negative. So it's the
That's it.
underbelly is,
Yeah,
and
the
when we think
negative.
about underbelly, that means anything that's sliding on the ground, a serpent, a
Right,
snake, a
right.
worm, um, dragging on the ground. It's the underbelly that they are exposing. So There is always a negative side to everything. No matter where the good is, the devil is always going to rear his head to try to
Absolutely.
show. So it's entertainment. I know some of the people that are doing it think that they're doing it for a good cause, but you, and for me, it's a thin line.
It
It's a
really
very
is, because
thin
I
line.
honestly, I think I posed this question to you. I honestly, whenever we're doing anything as children of the Most High, of God, we should literally be trying to figure out how is this fruitful for the journey.
I agree.
How is this going to produce fruit in myself or even produce fruit in others? Because I mean, that's what the objective is and the job is to do, is for us to draw those unto Christ. So how is this position and this that I'm doing going to be fruitful to the body of
Well,
Christ?
I don't know that it will be. The thing about it is that we are stuck on entertainment. We love to be entertained. And so they are tapping into, gospel entertainment. I think that, or Christian entertainment, I should say. There have always been Christian themed movies and Christian themed television programs for years. But now it's crossed into a territory that's kind of like uncharted, where you're seeing like things that you normally would not see.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
exposing things that do happen, and you know what? A lot of that is because um, there's a paycheck behind it for so many people,
Absolutely,
and
absolutely,
they pay
absolutely.
good for that kind of stuff to.
And I think the time that we were just in from 2020 to now, there's a lot of Christian artists and artists, period, that are in need of finances. You know, they've lost so many finances and different things during this period of time, as all of us have been going through. And so they're getting these so called opportunities to make that money back. But every dime you receive, all dollars are not good dollars.
No.
Every contract is not a good contract. You don't have to jump on to everything. There's been plenty events and engagements that I have literally turned down by the unction of the Holy Ghost.
Yeah,
Turned down.
I guess with gospel Christian artists, a lot of times they spend a lot of time in the chitlin circuit, and
Yeah.
you get banged up because you go to these churches and you perform and you give it your best, and you either get nothing or very little, and
Right.
it could be disheartening. And that goes for preachers and singers and other types of gospel Christian
Yeah.
entertainment.
We got to kind
They
of
get
speed this
taken
up, but
advantage. They get taken advantage of.
it's real. So basically, what me and Marcus is wanting to convey is that in everything that we do, we got to make sure that it's fruitful to the body of Christ. That's basically what I'm saying.
It's gotta be, ladies and gentlemen.
Just make sure that it's fruitful to the body of Christ in everything that we do. Because the blood, as the word of God says, it will be required at your hand. If you are leading people away from the truth with what you're doing, that blood will be required
On your hands, ladies and
at your hands. It's been Culture for Christ, and we got to get up out of here because we got a show starting in 1 minute. And so we're going to be back. Maybe I'll bring Marcus on a little bit later this week because it's kind of good. It's kind of good. We'll think about it.
gentlemen.
All
We'll
right,
see if
Marcus.
I have time. Deuces, deuces, deuces.
Going through